What's good, everyone? This is RawTruth Media giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Please like and share this video throughout all social media platforms. And apparently, the Hornets didn't want to show up today. The Hornets were, let's be honest, punked by the Detroit Pistons. Shout out to head coach, that is, Monty Williams, for out coaching Steve Clifford, or AKA Cliffy. Shout out to Dex for that nickname. uh, Steve Clifford got out coached. The players got out rebounded. And this is what you get when you're not a consistent team. If there's one weakness in the Hornets are soft at times. When they play against physical teams, look at the film of the Hornets. When they play against physical teams, for some reason, they check out. They look discombobulated. They act like they have never played basketball before. And the crap got to cease. The crap got to cease right there, man. You can't win games playing like this. Before I read the chats, please hit the like button, share this video, tell a friend, a hater, or a foe that you know that we're live. Mark Williams, and I'm really going on Mark Williams. You've been doing so well. This is the worst game I've ever seen from Mark Williams in the NBA. Mark Williams was soft in this game. I repeat, Mark Williams was soft. Jalen Duren, as well as Isaiah Stewart, made him look beneath them. And if Mark Williams would have just shown up in this game, something, maybe the Hornets could have won this matchup. But let me read the comments. Shout out to Jalen Roddy. He says, can't wait to hear from Pope tonight. Yeah, shout out to the Pope Frank. Chief Bartran, Bows Up. Hit the like button, share this video. We are live. He says, peace to the chat, peace to DJ, peace to you. Destined J. Mark and Nick looked awful. Yes, they did. Shout out to the sister, Macrina Daniels. She says, hey, DJ, couldn't see the game, but probably next one. How was it? Well, the Hornets had an embarrassing loss against the Detroit Pistons, the team they were supposed to beat. And just like Hornets fashion, they always do this. They'll beat a team like the Atlanta Hawks with Trae Young, a team they're not supposed to beat, and lose to a team that they're supposed to beat. It's the most Jekyll and Hyde thing in the NBA. But here's some key stats in this game. The rebounding. The Hornets' rebounding was trash. Nick Richards, as well as Mark Williams, were beasted in the glass. So in this game, the Detroit Pistons out-rebounded the Charlotte Hornets by 11 more rebounds. Let me repeat that for the people that didn't listen. The Detroit Pistons out-rebounded the Charlotte Hornets by 11 more. The Detroit Pistons had 41 defensive rebounds. The Hornets had 30. In overall rebounds, the Detroit Pistons had a whopping 52 rebounds to only the Hornets 41. And a lot of the rebounds at the end of the game happened from putbacks. Chief Bartram points out that physical teams always give this team issues. It has for years. It's for some reason when they play teams with length, teams with height, and I've been telling y'all this. Nobody wanted to listen when I said that the Hornets need to hold their pride and put a taller lineup. I even mentioned a lineup that can help, and it can bolster the bench as well. The reason why I wanted the starters to be LaMelo at the 1, Brandon Miller at the 2, Miles Bridges when he comes back at the 3, PJ at the 4, and Mark Williams at the 5 is to combat taller teams. And plus, the Denver Nuggets have shown the blueprint that taller teams with athletic features can lead you to winning basketball and possibly championships. That is the new style of the NBA. But instead of doing the new style of the NBA, the Hornets have a starting lineup. And I know that Terry Rozier had 20 points in this game, even though he shot 8 for 20. He's an undersized two guard. And when the shot is not on, he don't want to defend. Gordon Hayward had an anemic 19 points, 6 for 15. Now, LaMelo did shoot 4 for 17. Let's be honest. It wasn't LaMelo's best shooting, not even close. But he is recovering from that ankle injury. I think, and correct me, family, um, LaMelo really had a true workout a month ago. And you realize when LaMelo's shooting the ball, he's pushing the shot. So he's got to trust his feet more, recovering from that ankle injury. But I like the fact that LaMelo attacked the basket more. Here's a good stat that is a sign of good things for LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball went to the rack a bunch of times, but he shot 10 for 12 free throws, made 10 out of 12. That tells you he's attacking the basket. And when you're doing that, that's a sign of good things. Now let's get it to 30 likes, family. Let's get it to 30 likes. Share this video on Facebook, Twitter, you name it. Share this video. Danny says Miller needs to start. Besides Miller needing to start, the Hornets need to play tougher. Now, Brandon Miller needs to be the starter because he's the number 2 overall pick. And like most franchises, you have to play no matter if the number 2 pick pan out or not. The Hornets are not even in a position to show favoritism to veterans. These are the same veterans that haven't won much in the NBA. Destin J says they need Miles for games like this. He has that dog they need. Yeah, Isaiah Stewart was all in their grill all day. All in their grill all day. And I know people get on Brandon Miller, but credit to Brandon Miller. One thing I respect about Brandon Miller, what he has shown so far, and again, I judge him as a rookie, is he doesn't bow down to anybody. He'll get right in your face. And I didn't really see that much in Alabama. He was pretty much too chill at times at Bama. But now I'm seeing that dog that every athlete needs. Chief Bartram said Miller showed heart tonight. I like that. He did. He did show heart today. And people forget he had 17 points in this game. I mean, Brandon Miller, he did play 33 minutes, but he's not playing like he's not consistently playing all those minutes like that. So that's something to see. He did shoot 6 for 13, which is great, 2 for 4. He didn't settle on threes. He took a total of 4 threes and he attacked the basket. That's what I'd like to see from Brandon Miller. The only thing I want to see from Brandon Miller going forward, he needs to make quicker decisions on his moves. He probably would have had more points if he did that, to be honest with you all. But I'm not going to be harsh on Brandon Miller because he showed more heart in this game than some of the veterans who've been on the Hornets for a long time. Uh, Terry Rozier, he tried to make a scoring run. I give him credit on that. I'm not a big fan of Terry Rozier. I'm going to be honest. He doesn't play winning basketball. And I don't think he's a real compliment to LaMelo's game. He's a shot chucker. And what you see in this league, in this current NBA, you're not going to go far with shot chuckers in the league. Back to Mark Williams. Mark Williams in his performance was treated to the dash. And 2 points, stinker. 5 fouls, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. And watching the game, Mark Williams was having a serious problem with positioning. A lot of you watched the game. Y'all saw how Mark Williams was getting out positioned every time. And Mark Williams, you're too tall and strong. You're 7 foot plus. You're stronger than most centers. There's no way in hell that they're supposed to move you around. And James Wiseman didn't even play in this game. Jalen Duren, who is what? How tall is he? What, about 6'9", was giving them the business. Now, MB Wells says Asar Thompson is better than Miller. You know, hey, I like Asar's game. I like his game. Asar Thompson. Now you're gonna see, oh, he had just 6 points, but he had a plus 10 plus minus. He was everywhere. He's a defensive specialist. That's what his job is. 12 rebounds, 6 assists. He didn't make too many dumb mistakes. He was smart in this game, and he was a pest. And you can win a lot of games with a player like Asar Thompson, man. I love Asar's game. That was a good get by the Pistons. The Thompson twins in general are just really good. Uh, LaMelo Ball did outplay Cade Cunningham. Let's put that out there. He did, meaning LaMelo Ball. Um, the bench points. When you got Alec Burks getting 24, and you got Bagley getting 14, and you got Jalen Ivy coming off the bench having 18, to the Hornets bench points, which was a total of 25 only. So the Hornets only had 25 points off the bench. Aunt James pointed out something that's interesting. He said, I just wish Clifford would have gave Nick Smith Jr. some minutes. He looks like he have more confidence than our veterans. He does. And that's when you, in a game like this, you need to put players like Nick Smith Jr. because he's a microwave, man. He's not shy of the moment. And the Hornets needed someone that was aggressive to the basket a lot. And they just didn't have it. 25 points off the bench overall for the Hornets is embarrassing. And besides Brandon Miller, that's it. It's Brandon Miller and everybody else on that bench. This is why I wanted Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward to come off the bench. You won't have that problem. I don't care about what the vets feel. I don't care about they're not gonna like it and stuff. What have they done for the Hornets? Don't worry, I'll wait. Not a damn thing. Asar Thompson had 12 rebounds. He didn't have 13. Unless there's a stat I'm missing, but I saw 12 rebounds. Shout out to the brother Douglas Goldenchild. He said, RawTruth meter. Brandon Miller got some heart. PJ had his back. LaMelo had a good game. Yeah, LaMelo had a good game besides the field goal shooting, but free throws, immaculate. Attacking the basket, A1. It's just, him recovering from the ankle injury, you know it's going to be an adjustment to get his shot off. The way he's shooting the ball, you could tell he's adjusting it. I just like that LaMelo was attacking the rim and not shying away from the rim. Once he knew that his three-point shot was off, he attacked. Now, he shot a lot of threes at the end, but they were losing, and he was trying to make a comeback. I don't blame him for that. So, if anyone wants to jump on the stream and give their opinion, um, here's a link. Now, the rules are, as always, anybody can go on the stream, be as long as you're respectful, give your opinion. Let's not be emotional. And tell me what you think about this game. But I'm disappointed in PJ's play because you can't just have 3 rebounds, PJ. And definitely Mark Williams, who had the worst performance of his career, in my opinion. That was terrible. You can't have no damn 2 points and 3 rebounds. That lost the Hornets the game. I'm not trying to be harsh on Mark Williams, but this is the reality. Mark Williams not showing up in this game cost him this matchup. If Mark Williams would have just done what he usually does, he didn't even have to have a perfect game. If Mark Williams was just there, it wouldn't have been the problem. Tell me if I'm lying, family. Tell me if I'm lying, family. If Mark Williams was just there and was a presence, this would be a Hornets win. That's all that needed to happen. Nick Richards, sorry about that, was terrible. Like, how the hell, like, Nick Richards, how the hell you gonna play 16 minutes, 16 to 20 minutes, right? And only have 0 points. Did y'all see Nick Richards score? I didn't see him score. Like, if you ain't gonna score no points, Nick Richards, at least get some rebounds. You didn't even do that. Right, Thunder. Nick Richards was horrendous, man. That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing, man. Let's get the likes up, family. Share this again on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even TikTok. This is Raw Truth Media. I told you guys I would not sugarcoat this game. I bet you a shine gonna say about LaMelo's man. LaMelo LaMelo did, besides the shooting, 3-point shooting, that is. I was impressed with the assists, him getting the boards as a guard. That's impressive. Um, he was in attack mode, beating LaMelo Ball. It's a lot easier if the big man would show up. I mean, the bigs between Nick Richards as well as Mark Williams, they were so soft in this game. The picks they were doing were soft. The positioning was soft. Everything was soft in their performance. Douglas Goldenchild points out, I didn't see him score at all, and I'm just looking at the stats. Now I watched the game, and shout out to NBA TV, and shout out to the NBA package. How many of you got YouTube TV? I'm telling you, YouTube TV is worth every penny. It's worth every penny. Thank God I got YouTube TV. And that was a correction, not NBA TV, but YouTube TV. It's costly though. Like, it's already bad enough when you pay $70 for YouTube TV, but when you pay for the NBA package and the NFL package, it's a bit costly, but it's worth it. I'm telling you, it's costing the brother a grip. That YouTube TV, man. That's my go-to right there, the YouTube TV. Osmond says LaMelo played better with Miller, the second unit where Douglas, you know what I'm talking about, man. Like, I like YouTube TV, but it's hurting the brother's pockets where you gotta, like, first I thought that I was just getting, like, I would get the NBA and NFL included into the $70 charge for YouTube TV, but now it's like a separate package. I'm like, God damn. MB Well says, y'all miss Miles, bro. Yeah, Miles Bridges, he would have helped in this game, but it would have been closer. But when your bigs are not getting rebounds, it's hard to win, man. Well, the good thing about Brandon Miller, he's not ISO ball centric, so that fits with LaMelo's game like butter. But yeah, like Terry Rozier, I know he made some good shots at the end, missed some, but he was, Terry's gonna take a lot of. He's pretty clutch. I give Terry Rozier that, but his game doesn't fit with LaMelo, and that's the obvious right there. Uh, and Jam says, MB well, they're like 20 Pistons fan base posts chats. Let them know how great you think Asar is. Better than oh, y'all talk about something else. I like Asar's game, man. I like his game because A lot of people just see the stats and scoring, man. I'm seeing just he was all over the place. He was a pest. Asar Thompson, man, he's a dog. He's a dog. And that's the thing about the NBA. People think the NBA, all you got to do is score a bunch of points. But the last in this league is to do what Asar Thompson's doing: play defense, 3 and D, know who you are, don't take dumb shots. Ain't nobody talked about how LaMelo outplayed Cade Cunningham. I'm surprised. If the Hornets didn't lose this game, it would have been a lot to talk about that matchup. But since they lost, people are overshadowing it. But Cade Cunningham only had barely 12 points. Didn't have a good shooting game. MB Well says Miller just jacks up shots. Bingo. Bingo, bingo. Osman point out the un PC tweet right there for the masses. Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier were awful defensively tonight. Absolutely. They were trash, man. Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier defensively, they look like, hey, they didn't care about defense. Let the young guys play defense. We don't have to play defense. That's how they were playing. And when Terry Rozier was missing a lot of shots in the first half, I was like, oh boy, he about to go in a slump and not play defense. And then he did exactly that. But once he started making his shots, then he wanted to get active and try to play some defense. But this is what I'm tired of this team doing. Again, I wish the Hornets would have won this game, not just for winning, but every. I'd rather talk about the positives and the moves they can make and to add to this team and the outlook of this team. Nobody wants to talk about what they didn't do well. But overall, in conclusion, Hornets, y'all got to learn from this loss, man. Because what I saw, man, today, and I had to, I had to rewind some of the stuff. That's why it took me about 20 minutes before I got on live because I was supposed to get on live at 8:30, but I wanted to watch some of the plays that really got on my nerves. Is the the bigs getting outboxed, and then Isaiah Stewart looking like Ben Wallace today, which annoyed me. When the Hornets play these tougher teams, see when they play a finesse team like the Atlanta Hawks, win or loss, it will be a close game. But the Pistons and a Monty Williams coach team, they're going to bring the physicality. They're going to do everything possible to disrupt your game. I don't know if you guys paid attention, but the Pistons almost beat the Miami Heat the first game, and they were doing that. The difference is Miami has a tougher team in culture wise. They have a selfless team. They don't have players on their team that just cares about their stats. You don't get that with the Miami Heat. So that's why they lost the game to the Heat, even though it was close. A game against the Hornets, I bet the players are licking their chops saying, okay, we're going to win this game. Because the Hornets are soft and inconsistent. I hate to say it. I hate to say that the Hornets are soft, but that's just what it is. You can't win in this league playing like that, man. At all. It was an embarrassing effort. And Steve Clifford, we gotta answer something that's true, man. We gotta answer this question: is Steve Clifford the right coach? Y'all let me know. Steve Clifford the right coach? I'm not trying to overreact. Just being honest. Is he the right coach? I don't think he's the coach for this team. I didn't think Steve Clifford was coach last season, but I thought anything was better than Borrego. But I don't see it with Steve Clifford, man. He has no. Oh, he's not innovative as a coach. Monty Williams is innovative. I trust in Monty Williams making adjustments, doing the right things. Jalen Roddy says, "Hell no, let's get the likes up, family. It's real easy to do." I don't trust. I just don't trust Steve Clifford. Oh yeah, Lamelo Ball did well in fantasy, man. He almost had a triple double. The only thing I'm excited about in this game, and I brought it up earlier, I was so happy, elated that LaMelo attacked the basket. That's all I wanted him to do and not settle for a lot of threes. My rule is if you attack the basket a bunch, I'm not going to complain about you taking a bunch of shots on the 3-point line. And that's what happened in this game with LaMelo. LaMelo was aggressive on offense. Osman points out a key point right here. He says, I noticed that LaMelo than there is plays better when there is no Hayward and Terry because he gets fully run the offense. That is true. That's not just we're not just saying it because we're fans of LaMelo Ball. It's obvious. Look at the pick and roll in today's matchup against the Pistons. It looks a lot better when LaMelo's playing with the other guys than his own team, the own starters, which is Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward. Because Gordon Hayward at times thinks he's a point guard, a point forward, and when he's not. But he thinks it though. And James says refs were paid off. The refs were bad. I ain't gonna make no excuses why the Pistons won. Pistons won because they wanted it more. They were aggressive and they just flat out punked the Hornets. And James says I wanted Clifford fired. The first time as the Hornets coach, they ended up hiring a worse coach with Borrego. Shout out to Rap God Reloaded. So this is my message to all the Hornet players. I'm gonna talk to the postman, Nick Richards, Mark Williams. You can't have games like this. The Hornets don't have a roster to have off games. You don't have that luxury. What do you want to be, Mark Williams? What do you want to be, Nick Richards? What do you want to be, PJ? Do y'all want to be a great front line team, out rebounding teams? Mark Williams, what do you want to be? Do you want to be an all star this year? Because in this game, you didn't look like you want to be anything. Mark Williams looked so bad in this matchup against Jalen Durham and Isaiah Stewart that he didn't even look like a role player in this game because at least role players provide something. He didn't even give the standard, meaning Mark Williams, role player stats like a good role player that would get 8 points to 8 to 9 rebounds. He didn't even do that. Mark Williams was non existent. And the Hornets could not afford to have games like that. So since the Hornets lost against a bad team, well coached but bad team, because Monty Williams, he's going to outcoach some teams. They'll just lose because of inexperience and not really much high end talent. But the Hornets, to make up that loss, I need the Hornets to go on a run. I need them to win a lot of games coming up because this is an embarrassing loss. Embarrassing loss. Got to be better than that, Hornets. That was trash. Again, I know some people want to be all happy-go-lucky with, you know, not to be so harsh on the Hornets, but man, what I saw from my own two eyes. That was not good basketball. It's the lack of toughness that irks me. How bad do you want to win, Hornets? Do you want to be a purgatory team like you've been doing, fighting for the play-in game? Or do you want to actually get a good playoff seed to make your fans happy? Give them something different that they usually have seen throughout the years. This is Raw Truth Media giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Please like this video, family. Share this video. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to Raw Truth Media. Click 2 times, of course, so you can hit the all button so you're subscribed to all the live streams and videos. And I'm out.